my question for you, how many of you would like to make more money? Raise your hands. Like, you want to make more money? I hear people say, well, I don't want, I'm not in it to make money. And then for me, I'm always scratching my head, like, you're not in it to make money. If maybe you're a charitable organization, and that's amazing as well. I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs here in our Land for Success community, and I'm not sure about you guys. For me, money, right? It's right up there with air and water. I've been there when I had money. I've been there when I didn't have money, and it's certainly nice to have some, right? I don't know if you guys have kids. You notice, like, when your kids are teenagers, they don't want to hang around you when you don't have money, right? Who wants to go shopping with their dad when they have no money,
True.
right? Or when you do have money, your teenage years are like, Dad, can I just have your credit card, right? And so they don't want to hang around you with that either. But maybe your teenagers love hanging around with you. But anyways, so this morning we're going to talk about digital marketing. We're going to talk about SEO. We're going to talk about how our special guest will be able to help you take your business online, and I really believe start making money.
So Jason, like people are listening and people are watching you. People are excited to see you. What is it that can excite them in their pockets?
Yeah, so exciting them in their pockets. Well, I mean, first and foremost, having a marketing agency is great, and a marketing agency to help you out, or somebody to post on your social media. That's great and all, but at the end of the day, you need to generate leads. And that's where, there's no better platform in the world, in my opinion, than Facebook to generate leads. But you need to understand how to use the platform, because there's not a lot of intent behind a Facebook user, meaning that they don't know that you have the solution to their problem. So if you put out an ad that's very salesy, you're not going to get good results. However, if you present an ad to your target audience that lays out that problem they don't know exists yet, and then follow that up with a retargeting ad, telling them that you have the solution to the problem, that can generate you a very good quality lead. Not just any lead, but a quality lead. That's the key here, right? Because anybody can generate leads on Facebook, but most people know that have done lead gen on Facebook will say leads on Facebook are crap, but they're not. You just need to understand how to nurture that lead, and the follow-up process is key. That's on the Facebook side of it, right? So that's one way you're going to generate, you're going to soil your pockets and get more income, is by generating and nurturing those leads from Facebook and understanding the mindset that user's in when they see your ad. Okay. Wow. Now on the flip side of it, then there's SEO. This is people with very high intent. Unlike Facebook, on SEO, it's people with that high intent. They're looking for a solution to their problem. Where can they get an oil change? Where can where are the best places to eat in Guelph? In these cases here, these are people with high intent. So you want to make sure that your website or that result is close to the top. And there's a lot that goes into SEO. It's not just posting on your blog and crossing your fingers and hopefully that it ranks. For us, we have a team of copywriters here that we hire right from across the street at the University of Guelph, and we train them to write copy that is SEO friendly, meaning that it's going to actually be found by Google. And we use this by the training that we implement, as well as the tools that we implement when we write that content. So that helps our clients actually get found on Google. And while I'm talking to the audience here, some things that you guys can do on your own: Google My Business. If you have not optimized your Google My Business yet, do it right after this call. Wow. Because that's Google. And I know a lot of you out there might not even have a website or have the money to invest in a website right now.
Right. Wow.
It's not the end of the world. Go over to Google, go over to GMB, and you can create a Google My Business website for your business. It will literally take you 2 minutes. And keep in mind, this is a Google owned site. So what do you think is going to happen? Yeah. What do you think is going to happen if people search for your business or search for something related to your business or a keyword related to your business? Google might prioritize that site in your GMB. So go over there and create a GMB site if you don't have a website, especially if you're a startup in this group.
Sometimes I used to make a mistake in the past, right? Terrence and I were with family discounts, but just because my nephew who's in high school is an A student doesn't necessarily mean that the beautiful looking website he's going to build me is actually going to make me money. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes, would you say, Jason, people make in business, is we try to take a shortcut. Like, who's the cheapest guy that can help me with generating leads and nurturing leads online. What would you say to that? Like, have you any experience with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, look, and let's talk. I mean, we can go down a few different directions here, but let's talk about SEO for a second. I do say to people, in most cases, if you're talking to somebody about SEO and they give you package pricing, you kind of have to run, because a lawyer in Milton, Ontario, is going to be a much different price than a lawyer in Toronto, because there's a lot more competition in Toronto. So if you have somebody that's offering package pricing for SEO, you could be doing yourself a disservice, because you'll never be able to compete with your competitors if they're investing a lot more resources into their SEO. So that's something to consider, is you don't just want to go for the cheapest option. And it's as cliche as it sounds, you do get what you pay for. You really do. And look, you can go and you can get certain types of work done overseas in other countries. But, like, for example, copywriting is a great example. If you're getting anybody overseas to write your copy, they might be an okay writer, but they might not be able to write to an audience here in Ontario. And so you spend a lot of your own time doing editing of that copy. But this is kind of mirrored in any sort of in majority of a lot of services that you might outsource, right? So understanding your audience and getting that messaging to resonate with the audience that's seeing it is so important. And what better person to know that audience than somebody that's local in your community, right?
Right.